What's up everybody, hope you're all doing great. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto and to this video in which I just felt like I needed to make a video on the whole situation around Terra and UST. So this video will mainly be talking about the plan proposed by Do Kwon. This is the second plan he proposed in which, we are going to get into that, but I felt like I needed to make a video on what exactly will happen. So we will go over that quite one-on-one. And apart from that, also a little bit about how big I think the chances of survival and, what I think is going to happen with Luna Classic and the normal Luna, but you will understand more what that means in just a few minutes. So we'll go over it quickly. I won't make this video too long, just so you know what's going to happen. So first I wanted to go over this Twitter thread by Do Kwon, which exists of 11 messages. First off, he starts with Terra has more than UST. Okay, then some crap about it, that it has been inspiring to partake in a dynamic discourse regarding the next steps and the revival plan, which is this. We will get into that. Then some things. Currently, these key precepts underpin most schools of thought. The lunatic community is unparalleled in its passion. Okay, the builder talent pool is broader and deeper on Terra than most ecosystems. Okay, you can claim that. Terra's blockchain is incredibly robust, as attested to by recent events. Not that sure about that either. And just to be honest, I have nothing against Terra, but I don't really like the personality of Do Kwon. I must say that nothing against Luna and Terra. I spoke in favor of it quite often in the past, but not a big fan of them. So yeah, some things about that. It has been difficult to find a solution and a plan to make everybody happy. And here becomes, this is the beginning of the plan. The Terra chain as it currently exists should be forked into a new chain without algorithmic stablecoins, which would make it almost practically the same as Cosmos. And then that will be called Terra and Luna. So Luna will still be the main token, but the token that is Luna right now will become LUNC, Luna Classic. So that's the first important part. Then the Luna token, we will get into that, will be airdropped to LUNC. So the Luna of right now, so the holders of Luna right now, the stakers of Luna right now, residual UST holders, and essential the app developers, important as well. Token distribution we will get into a little later. And then Terra 2.0 is focused on developers. And we will see that they will also get like 1% of the total supply in an immediate emergency allocation. That I think is great. I mean, your ecosystem is only as good as your developers. If you have a lot of decentralized app developers creating good apps, and personally, I really like mirror protocol and stuff. So that's great. And a call to action, that's great. And then the governance proposal will actually be tomorrow, I think, the 18th of May, and then the governance proposal will be there, and people and stakers of Luna will be able to vote on it. So it's not definite yet. If it is accepted, the fork will be coordinated with the validators on Friday the 27th. And a lot of the validators, such as Chain Layer and different ones as well, you will be able to find them, have already said that they are, as you can see, committed to validating on the new Terra network. So the new Luna network. It's quite confusing as of right now, because the Luna of today will not be the same Luna as at the end of May. So now let's actually get into this. This is quite interesting. This is kind of the same we talked about, that the Terra ecosystem and its community are worth preserving by forking it. Hundreds of developers, that's great. Large install base with millions of users across the world, so that's great too, and I definitely knew that. So I'm not quite sure what I think of the fork yet and what I think of this plan. There are positive and negative sides to it, to be quite honest with you. But this is all true, and although the strong brand recognition and a name that almost everyone in the world will have heard about, that third point I think deserves like a connotation. That name Terra has right now is not necessarily great, and I don't think it can get to the same heights, at least in the next year or at launch, that it was. So I think it's going to get into the top 100. But yeah, so as a summary, what we talked about as well. They will fork the Terra chain into a new chain without the algorithmic stablecoin. So the whole UST will be gotten out, and all the things in the code of the Luna of the Luna chain, what used to be the Luna chain or what it is right now, will be gotten rid of as well. Then the old chain, so the Luna of right now, will be Terra Classic, LUNC, and the new chain is going to be called Terra with the Luna token. TFL's wallet, so the Terra Foundation or the Terraform Labs wallet, will be removed in the whitelist. Great, I think that definitely increases some trust. Yeah, staking rewards of 7% to be incentivized, or the network's security and a consensus mechanism to be incentivized with that. That's great. You see that in a lot. That's some essential app developers. You can take a look at that. You can pause the video. That's not that important for now. What I think is important right now to talk about are the token distribution and the technical details. Wanted to make this a quick video. Maybe it will take a little bit longer. But yeah, 1 billion Luna tokens. So not these Lunas, but like the fork. So the new chain Luna tokens, 1 billion in total. Then a 25% community pool, which will be controlled by state governance. Okay. Then we have that 1% essential developers emergency allocation. So immediately 1% will go to developers. Then 4%, so in total 5% will go to the developers, but 4% will be like in the 5 years after the launch of the new chain. So a 1 year cliff, and then 4 years after that they will get a certain percentage of that 4%. Then 35% goes to all the bonded and unbonded Luna, so all the stake Luna or the Luna in wallets, minus the Terraform Labs wallet. Great as well, and definitely good that I put it in there at the pre-attack snapshot, and we will go get into that when that is. Or we can actually mix it in, maybe that's better. The pre-attack snapshot is at the Terra Classic block, so the Terra as of right now, at this period of time. So basically before, what they mean with pre-attack, there was some sort of attack on the system, a lot of UST being dumped. Someone made a lot of money off of that, and this is the snapshot of the blockchain, so how the blockchain was at that point of time. And 35% will go to, or 35% of those new Luna tokens will go to, will like one-on-one go to those people that held Luna staked or unstaked at that point of time. Then for wallets with less than 1 million Luna, it's a 1 year cliff and 2 year vesting thereafter. So within 3 years, you will get those tokens, but not in the beginning. You will not get it like that 1% immediately. There is a lockup of 3 years, and for wallets over 1 million, it will take a little bit longer, 5 years. So then 10% goes to Luna holders at the launch snapshot. And the launch snapshot will be taken at the Terra Classic block, so the blocks we still have right now, at the 27th of May. And that is quite, there lays some risk, if I understand it correctly, because 10% will be unlocked without a lockup at the Genesis, then 90% of that 10% vested over 2 years thereafter. So within 2 years, everybody that holds Luna at the launch snapshot on the Terra Classic block we'll go there, but that means that you could buy a lot of Luna still on this old blockchain we have right now and get quite a lot, not enormous amounts, but still 10% of the new Luna, and you would have gotten like this old Luna you can get at a very cheap price. So it's quite important that I think that's going to actually make the Luna price go up if this governance proposal actually goes through, because people can buy a lot of Luna, which will be Luna Classic. It's quite difficult, I know, but can buy a lot of Luna for a small price as of right now, and they will get relatively a lot of the new Luna because of this little thing, that 10% at the launch snapshot, which will still be taken on the Terra Classic block, so the Terra we have right now. And then 25%, the last to make 100, will go to UST holders at the launch snapshot again. So again, you can buy UST at a discount right now compared to when it was at $1 and get quite a lot. So I know for a fact other people can dive more into this, but this does allow the easier creation of whales on the new Terra Luna blockchain. Please research it yourself as well to kind of formulate an opinion on it. But that's quite dangerous because that launch snapshot, as we just talked about, will still be on the old blockchain. So you can buy UST relatively cheap. I also think that therefore UST will probably not be pegged to $1 again, but it will definitely go up. And that's also 10% at the genesis. 10% of that, it's the same as this basically. So yeah, and the snapshots can depend and can change depending on development readiness. That's not general dates, I think, but more like specific times. The Terra core to be forked with Oracle Treasury market modules removed, so no UST. That's what I meant with they take the things out of the code to remove the algorithmic stablecoin. So yeah, that's basically it. Here you can see the timeline. Network launch is for now 27th of May, but the governance proposal is out tomorrow, so it's going to be quite interesting to take a look at it. As of right now, and with the opinion I have right now, I think Luna and UST are going to go up quite a bit, but that's definitely not financial advice, because I already saw some statistics that actually 90% of the holders of the Luna ecosystem are against this proposal. And if that's really the truth, people are not going to be buying Luna, and it could actually fall a little bit higher. So it really depends, I think, on how this whole plan is perceived and how the voting will turn out. If this whole plan is turned down, Luna is going to fall as well. So in my opinion, it's not smart to bet on that. Whether, I mean, you can always do what you would like to do, of course, but I'm definitely not going to do that. So yeah, that's basically the plan for now. If you do have any questions about the plan, if any of your questions have been left unanswered, please let me know down in the description or in the comments, and I will make sure to respond to that with some more explanation. Always open for a discussion as well down in the comments. So as for now, that's basically this video. If you do have any questions, as I said, please let me know. But as for now, thank you all for watching and listening, and I hope to see you all in my next videos. Bye.